Hello friends, Jai Shri Ram. Today I am going to demonstrate this coconut cutter assembly as well as use of the coconut cutter. Coconut cutter is used to cut the coconut in two halves like this. Now why do I need this machine? Because whenever you order coconut water, it comes like this, right? You pierce a hole here using any coconut piercer like this, but it does not allow you to cut the coconut in halves. And so a lot of coconut, या सामान्य भाषा में हम उसे मलाई कहते हैं, तो जो मलाई होती है वो it goes for a waste. And look at the amount of malai that a normal coconut anyways has. This is a big basket coconut. Even big basket coconut has so much of malai. Let me show you the thickness. See, it is good enough. The thickness is pretty good. And I was wasting all this because I did not have this device. Now how much does the device cost? The device costs you around 4,000 rupees. Coconut costs you 70 rupees. If you buy one coconut per day, then 70 rupees per day. So in 4 months you are going to consume, or you are going to expend 4,000 rupees. Now the same amount can be put in this device as well. So this device, if you use it for 4 months, then it is equivalent to the cost of coconut that you buy for 4 months. So it did made a financial sense to me, and that's why I purchased it. Besides, let me tell you, the build quality is really good. This is the machine that a professional coconut cutter might use. Coconut wala bhaiya must be using this kind of a machine. But normally what they do is they hold the coconut like this in one hand, and using the other hand they cut it in their hand. So this is like wearing your life on your wrist. So they should not do that, and especially you should not do it, at least because they are professionals. So there's very little chance that they'll make a mistake there, but there's a very heavy chance that you might make a mistake and you might lose your fingers. So if you love your fingers, and if you're also a stingy person like me who wants to make the best use of coconut, or who is an environmentalist, don't want to waste things, then this machine is a must go to for you. There's not a paid video, there's not a sponsored video, but I liked it, and that's why I'm telling you. Besides, this is not even from my home state, it is coming from Tamil Nadu, so I've got no relation with them. But yeah, I'll say I'm very happy with the machine. I'm very happy with this tool, and it came packed really nicely. I like the packaging the most, and that's also the reason why what triggered me to make this video, because the packaging was really good. I feel this kind of machines or this kind of businesses, although they are local businesses, they should be supported, and that's the reason why I'm giving you this video. Okay, but no affiliation with the manufacturer. There's not a paid video at all. I just like their service, so I'm making it. Now here, if you see, let us look at the build quality first. Now the handle is very well built. This is iron, okay, and it is coated with some brown paint. This thing, I don't know whether it is stainless steel or not, but can stainless steel and iron be welded? I don't know, but the welding looks good. The quality of welding is really good. Okay, no problem. The grip is very cheap grip, but it's okay. I mean, it doesn't matter, you don't have to do it all day, so I don't mind the grip. But yeah, the grip could have been a little better, little more ergonomic. It should be a little more ergonomic, but it is not. Okay, then looking at the blade is 100% stainless steel. I can guarantee this because the blade has been sharpened by local people, I guess. This is not machine sharpened, so you can see the undulations, and although the blade is sharpened, you don't see any rust or anything. And this must have taken at least a week to reach me, and besides, how many days it was there in the warehouse, I don't know, and still it is not rusted. That means it is definitely stainless steel. Now this thing that you see, this is because I cut that coconut with it, so obviously it gives stains to it, but otherwise this is definitely stainless steel as far as my limited knowledge goes. Yeah, and always and it's very sharp, so while handling it, please wear gloves, because while handling it, by mistake I scratched the surface of my table, and that's when you come to know that it's really sharp, so you should be using gloves. I'll leave a link in the description for this kind of gloves. They're dirt cheap, but please buy them. They're extremely important for your health and safety. This is again a metal piece, iron must be, and painted. This bolt, I don't know what material it is, but it looks very sturdy. All the other bolts are made up of petal, and yeah, so they won't rust. And this whole basic frame is probably made up of iron, and it is painted green. Okay, now if you look at the other side of this frame, here also you don't see any scratches, or you don't see that it is the paint is off anywhere. It seems to be okay. This is the worst spot that I can find, and even that has paint, so I don't mind. Besides, it sits properly. That is the most important thing. I don't have to make any adjustments. It does sit nicely. Packaging is not needed anywhere, so it sits very nicely. It does not move around. Very nicely done. See, I'm trying to move it around. This frame also sits nicely, very good. So basic attention to detail is good enough, and it's a 4,000 rupees machine. It's not a 40,000 rupees machine, so your expectations should be accordingly. Okay, now how do you assemble the whole thing? So for assembly, you require a wrench. This is called as a wrench, and a plier. Okay, at least these two things you require. And besides, to take everything out of the packaging, you require a pair of scissors and a blade. Okay, so I've already done that, so I've kept those tools away, but these two tools are needed now for assembly. Now while assembling it, remember on which side the blade should be. That is the most tricky part, the trickiest part that I've found in assembling it. Where should the blade be? So look at this platform closely. You will see that here blade should be over here, right? So the blade is equidistant from both of them. Okay, fine, but the blade is not equidistant from here. So the blade is closer to this end, and then this end is towards the right hand side of the blade. Okay, so what does this imply? This implies that the blade should be over here. The blade should be over here. So now the blade should be connected to this like this, so that the blade stays at the center. And this thing is a little towards the right, and that's why if this is towards the right, then this should also be towards the right of the blade. So you keep your blade like this, and on top of it you should be having this piece. Got it? Now this thing, I really don't know why they have given that bolt over here, but it seems to be important, so keep it up so that you can use it someday. If you keep it down, then you will anyways not be able to put anything through it, because the blade will obstruct your way. So you keep it like this. Got it? This is the most basic thing. Similarly, now since the blade is on this side, this should also be on this side, right? So this is how it should be placed. If you still don't remember, then take a pen, a marker pen, and mark it like this. This should be like this, and this should also be like this. So on this side of the blade, I'm going to have the handle as well as this kind of a hinge. Okay, now how do you bolt it? Let us come to that, but before that, let me show you whether the handle is properly placed or not. So this handle is going to be on the this side of the blade, on this side of the blade. So when it is on this side of the blade, see, this thing should come at the center of this quadrilateral. Okay, so everything fits if you keep the blade down. Okay, keep the edge facing you, keep the blade down like this, and then place both the things on top of the blade. Then it matches. Otherwise, just take a screenshot of your screen at the moment. I'm waiting for it. Take the screenshot. Okay. Okay, now take these nuts and bolts like this. So always remember, nut and bolt has a metallic washer. Washer has two surfaces. One is very sharp, another is smooth. So the smooth surface should always be facing the user, and sharp surface should always be facing whichever thing it is, like blade, machine, something. Okay, similarly on the bolt also, on the nut also, smooth surface should be towards you, and the sharp surface should be towards the blade. So let me, and you can place the nut and bolt either like this or like this, it doesn't matter. So you place it the way you like. I'll place it like this so that it's easier for me, right? So I'll do one thing. I'll just place it like this. I'll place the blade over it. Okay, I'll place this thing over it. Done. Now once that is done, I'll just move the bolt onto move the nut on the bolt like this. Okay, I'm not fastening it at the moment. I'll do it later, but let me just put things in place first. Then the same thing for this bolt, and that's why you need to have gloves so that you can hold it like this nicely. Okay, done. Now I'll also do the same thing over here, because if you don't do it, then you'll have to hold this with one hand, hold the nut with another, and tighten the nut with the third, and you don't have three hands, so you cannot do that. So that's why you have to place the nut and bolt here as well. So let me do that. Here is another nut bolt assembly. Placing it down, placing the blade on it, placing this thing on it, and bolting it. See, once you do that, now you can lift it, right? Although this is not tightened very well, so it moves around, but still you can lift it. You have some amount of control, and that's a great tip. Okay, again do the same thing over here like this. See, I'm just placing it down like this, and the bolt does not move because of friction, so I can tighten it at least to some degree. Now when it will slip if I try to tighten it too much, but okay, fundamentally I can get with this working model. Of course it is slipping and everything, but at least I can hold it. Now I can hold this in my legs while I fit the whole thing. Got the idea? So this was my trick. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll hold the bolt, that means the bigger part, the bolt, using a plier with my hand at the bottom of below the belt, okay, below the blade, and then using the wrench I'm going to tighten the bolt on it. So I'm going to hold it like this. Again, another protection is I'm keeping it inside this so that it does not move too much, and I'm holding this between my legs. Yeah, that's very important, so that it does not slip. And then I'm going to hold the nut using this. So if you don't understand how to do it, let me show it to you in camera once. So, or maybe let me flip it to show you. See, you should be holding it like this. Got the idea? Or maybe I'll do it like this only. See, I held it like this. Now I'm placing it down. Okay, I hope everything is good. I'm holding it in my legs, and let me tighten it using the wrench. Getting the whole thing in camera is also a challenge sometimes, you know. Okay, let me tighten a little more. Yeah, good enough. Okay, now I feel that it is not very straight, so let me straighten it. Yeah, it's straightened now. Nicely done. Now this one, again I'll do the same thing. Let me tighten it a bit in advance. I'm holding it like this, keeping it down, holding the whole thing between my legs. Okay, good enough. See, you might think that why do you need to hold it in your legs? It's important because this blade should not fall down. If it falls on your leg is gone. It is so heavy that it is going to break your leg. If it is a toe, it's definitely going to break a toe in two pieces, and if it is your leg, then also it will cut deep into your leg. So please handle it with precaution. So don't care about whether it looks good or not. whatever you're doing, be safe. Now this handle is very nicely fitted. Okay, if I move it, it doesn't move. Okay, I can hold it nicely. Now I'll be using this grip to tighten these two. So I'll put this grip inside this so that it does not move too much, and anyways the weight is on that side, and that's why it's not going to move anyways. And now I'll place this in such a way that these two surfaces are parallel to each other. Okay, and now I'm going to use the same technique again. I'm going to hold it using one hand and use the wrench to tighten the screws. So let me hold it. Okay, I hope you're able to see. Okay, I can hold it like this, and now let me tighten it using the wrench. Yeah, tightened, good enough. Now same thing for the other one. Now let me place the blade. So I'll be placing the blade like this. So as soon as I keep it like this, it is going to slip and it is going to fall on the bottom. So it can damage my kadapa also. I don't care so much about the kadapa, but still, if you are very careful, then use a piece of packaging that came with it. I'll place it below so that it does not hurt the kadapa. And then this nut and bolt. So look at it very closely. It has a bolt at the center with two washers and one nut, and this is another cosmetic nut. Okay, so I'll remove the cosmetic nut first. I'll remove the normal nut now. It has a lot of threading, as you can see, huge amount of threading. Okay, I'll remove one washer. Okay, I'll ensure that the flat surface of the washer is towards the equipment. Here also flat is towards the equipment. Now I'll try to run it through this, but before that I'll have to place this inside, and very meticulously I have to get it through it, like this. Now after that I'll take this. Yeah, again this thing is going to touch your kadapa, so I hope your kadapa does not get damaged. Otherwise keep a packaging to protect this part as well. Okay, let me do it. If I'm doing something on camera, it should be absolutely flawless. So yeah, you place a thing over here as well. Now you place the washer, again the flat end, the sharp end towards the equipment, and faded end towards you. Again the nut, again the faded end towards you, or the end having something written on it is usually the faded end, so it should be towards you, and the sharp end should be towards the equipment. Always clockwise to tighten, anti-clockwise to take something out. Okay, tighten it completely, because it basically moves on the flat part of the bolt, which does not have the threading. So it's okay. See, when I'm moving this, the bolt is not moving, so you can tighten it completely. So once again, plier in the left hand and wrench in the right hand. I'm a right hander, that's why I'm holding it like this. Okay, there you go. I tightened it. Even if it is fully tightened, then also it is able to move. Got the idea? Because it moves on the flat end. Now how do you use it? So thank God I use this packaging, it's really sharp. Now if you want to pierce a coconut, I've already pierced the coconuts with this kind of a tool, but if you really want to pierce a coconut, then let me place one coconut here just to demonstrate. You have to place it here on the quadrilateral, and then you can pierce it very easily like this. There it goes. Very, very easy. It's like a cannon. If you can do it with a bullet, then you can easily do it with a cannon, can't you? So this is very, very handy. It's like it will decimate that coconut. Okay, now how do you cut a coconut? So whenever you have a coconut, it has three surfaces. Okay, it is triangular like this, and if you take a 2D section of it, it is triangle. So you place the whichever side is the flattest. Okay, so I think this one or this one is the flattest, so let me place this one. So place the flat surface down so that there is a better grip. Okay, and place this bottom in between these two. And now don't cut it like this because a lot of force will be needed. Better idea is to place it as inside as possible and start cutting it. It won't roll normally because the blade is very sharp. Okay, it won't allow it to roll completely. This is the correct position. In this position, what is happening? When you apply force, you're applying the force away from the fulcrum, so away from the hinge, and so a maximum amount of force can be applied, and that force is getting applied toward very close to the hinge. That's why I have placed it there close to the hinge. So that is the place where maximum force gets applied. Okay, you get the idea, right? My English is not so good, but I hope I'm able to convey the sentiment to you. Oh yeah, I did not place this cosmetic one. Okay, let me do that. Yeah. Okay, and now you try and give it a cut. Yeah, it does not cut because it requires even more force. And yeah, it should not slip. It does not slip anyways, but still, if you have a ridge like this, my builder has given, thank God, so it's fantastic for me. But if you don't have it, then just be careful. So why is the force not getting applied? Because I'm not placing it inside enough. So let me place it inside enough so that the force gets applied properly. Okay. Okay. Come on, it should get cut by now. Okay, maybe my demonstration is not so good. It's my first time too, but it does get cut nicely here. The first coconut I could cut it nicely, but okay. Okay, I kept them for a very long time, so this one goes for a waste. But henceforth, I'll be calling for a coconut every day, and I'm going to cut them every day. Like this one. Oh, this is by Country Delight. They claim it is 2 glasses of water. I don't see 2 glasses of water here. Anyways, now let me cut this Country Delight one. So I'm placing it. Yeah, which surface is the flattest? Let me check that first. I think, which surface is the flattest? I think this one or this one. This one maybe. Okay, I'll keep it at the bottom so that it does not slip. Okay, and now I'm going to cut it. So I'll hold the blade at right angles as far as possible, and now I'm trying to cut it. If you can cut Country Delight coconut, then you can cut any other coconut here. Am I applying the force wrongly? It gets caught here also. Okay, let's use our ingenuity. We have the tool now. We have the best tool possible. Let me use my ingenuity and try to figure out how to use it. Oh, it's stuck. Okay, now I'll do one thing. I'll keep it the way it is, but I'll keep it at a distance now, and I'll try to rotate it a bit. I think that should work. I'll rotate it a bit like this. Okay, I think this works now. Yeah. Come on, don't rotate here. I'll keep it like this. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, I'll keep it like this now. It's not working. Damn, it's a tough job. Okay, maybe I'm not doing something right, because it took me a lot of time. And look at it. Yeah, if this coconut can be cut into two halves, I'm very hopeful that these coconuts can be cut a little faster than this. So I'm keeping the good coconuts here and the bad ones there. You know what? I realized that even these coconuts smell a lot. See, this is definitely bad. I'm throwing it away right away. Yeah, I kept them for a week for this demonstration, so these are week-long coconuts. Some of them are week-long coconuts. Okay, let me place it anyway. I mean, just testing it in various orientations. You know, that's a difficult thing. Okay, place the flat surface below. Place it right towards the blade. Try and cut it. Okay, try and cut it without rotating. Okay. Yeah, this one is also bad. There was not much coconut. See, the coconut is bad. That's not the point, because I kept them for this demo. I kept them for a week. Again, holding the blade at 90 degrees, placing it very close to the blade. See, don't keep your fingers like this as far as possible. Try to keep your fingers out of the blade's range. Or rather, don't take so much of risk. Place the bottom, fix the bottom into this, and just cut it like this. The other end has to be kept like this again. Okay, this one is good. Placing it here. See, another thing is you can even rest it like this. But just be careful, it can fall at any time, so just be careful. Yeah, this seems to be okay. It did not drip much. See, whenever something is rotting, it drips a lot. Placing the flat surface down, holding it in the blade, bringing the blade down. Well, if you cut a couple of coconuts, probably you don't require a gem. My hand workout is mostly done. Ah, come on. Okay, nicely cut. Keep it there. Yeah, this is good. Let's take another. Yeah, it's not dripping. Good. It's not dripping. Good. Which is the flat surface? This one, I guess. Hey, there's one more thing. I can place the blade inside it like this so that it does not slip. Yeah, it does not slip like this. I'll hold it on one side. I'll bring the blade down. It's still slipping. Okay, let it go. This one is a tough one. So let me hold it in such a way that it's definitely going to cut. This one is a tough coconut. I'm leaving this aside. Let me take this one. Okay, doesn't look rotten. Placing the flat surface down. Yeah, this one came in the blade nicely. Hey, you should be holding it like this, yeah. You are able to exert more amount of force if you do it like this. And don't sweat too much. Take it out. See, now handle is moving here. My nut and bolt, I haven't tightened them well. See, putting it on the ridge again, putting it on the edge like this, and now once again applying force. Okay, thank God I kept that protection at the bottom. But yeah, it did not come till the bottom. This thing held it. Okay, now it has also gone bad because these are week old coconuts. Okay, then trying with this one. Yeah, this one is again dripping, so this is bad. I'm throwing it away. Yeah, this one, it's also dripping. I'm throwing it away. This one, yeah, it's not dripping. Let me try this, keeping it down. Yeah, and before I do anything, I think I should be holding this handle in place. It's moving a bit. Okay, where is the wrench and the plier? See, this is the kind of stains you get on them. Okay, let me hold it in a plier. Let me hold it in a plier like this. Oh well, this is also a good case study. How will you tighten it while it is already assembled? My plier is slipping. I don't know how to do it in this position actually. Okay, let me hold it tight. I think that is the maximum extent up to which I can tighten it, and this one too. Yeah. Good enough. Okay, now let me try to cut this coconut. Let me see. The handle is still moving. Leave it. So it looks very easy, but I may return this machine. It's not that usable. I'll keep it like this. Okay, good enough. Yeah, it's back too. And then this last one. And let me place the packaging well. Okay, this one was easy, so it must be rotten. Yeah, it looked rotten anyways. Okay, so most of them were rotten, but you get the idea how to do it. A few of them were good, like this Country Delight one. This is new, this is today's coconut. But still you will notice that a lot of coconut is rusting on the sides. I'll still eat it, I guess. All these are okay. Yeah, this one is going bad a bit. I'll leave this. But I'll leave this one also. It's yellowish. I'll leave all the rest actually. This Country Delight is only fresh one. Rest of them, you know, they are a little risky. But yeah, you get the idea, right? So As you can see, I'm panting, so it is a little arduous work if you want to do it. Well, my take on this is don't buy the silly machine, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, if you really want to start a business with coconut, for coconut water, then yeah, there's a good machine. You'll at least not wear your life on your wrist. There's a little safer than cutting the coconut like this. But yeah, it is 4,000 rupees, so it does not make business sense for those who live hand to mouth. I don't think so. But yeah, if you already have a juice center, if you are well to do, and if you want a machine like this, then feel welcome to buy it. I'll leave a link in the description, but this is not a paid video. Until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much for seeing the video till the end. It does mean a lot to me. Could you also please see the video description? It has index, link to the study material, and also if I've shown any products in this video, then the purchase links to those products. The comment section is open for your suggestions and also for your doubts. I always answer to the first 100 comments on every single video. If you want to support my work, here's my QR code or my UPI ID is amit.shirasao@UPI. Until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram.